after Harley, obviously, is the Flair era, but you wrestled Rick for the title a few times, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Rick and I wrestled. God, I don't know, maybe 20 championship matches over a 4 year period of time, 5 year period of time. Bob Armstrong was big in Continental and in our same company, part of our company, and Bob must have wrestled him another 20 times. And yeah, Rick's great, great in the ring, fantastic guy. I mean, wow, that NWA belt was carried by some really heavy duty dudes.
With Flair, I heard both in the ring and, behind the scenes and backstage and partying maybe outside, he would take over the territory quite literally. Is that true? He would become, Ric Flair, and everyone's following him to the clubs and going out to the bars with him. I mean, he would take over, right?
Oh yeah, Rick was a partier, man. And first time I ever met Rick was in St. Louis, and he was out of Carolina, and he came into St. Louis. He probably worked 3 shows. I didn't work with him on any of those shows, but and wow, what a partier he was. He was like crazy. And then when I got my Continental company going down there, he used to love to come in. He would stay a week, usually a week at a time, and he would take my heels out, the whole heel crew. And it was kind of like a joke between me and him. It wasn't too funny for me, but it was real funny for Rick. And he knew we made TV on Saturdays. We were doing our TV show out of Dothan, Alabama, and on Friday nights, whatever city we were in, he'd take all the heels and he'd get them all drunk, and he'd get them. Then the next day, they'd be showing up for TV, and they'd be, oh wow, they were all dead, and vomiting and this, and I was like, wow. And then he would call me up. He knew the management of the TV station there. He would call the television station, and he would tell them to go get me, and then I would go and get the phone. And as soon as I got it, I knew who it was before I even got there. And as soon as I say hello, he'd say, "How'd they look, Ron? How did they do today?" Right? And I was like, "Oh, come on, man, Rick, you gotta stop this." He would kamikaze. That was his drink. Rick liked to drink the kamikazes. And what was really funny is Arn. Arn was there during that time frame. And that's where Rick and Arn really got tied together, was during that Continental run where he was coming in quite a bit. And Arn would go with him. He was one of the guys he was young and he wanted to do everything that Flair did. And Flair was the big guy. He was the role
Yep.
model.
Yep.
And Arn caught him throwing his kamikazes. He wasn't drinking them. He would order everybody the kamikaze, and then he'd have them all. When they weren't watching, he'd take his kamikaze and throw it over his shoulder, right?
Yep. Yep.
And Arn caught him doing that. And Arn told me, he said, Rod, he said, he don't even drink the kamikazes. He goes, he just gets us all drunk, and he don't get really drunk. I said, what's that tell you, Arn? Oh, great! What a great! It was a great time for him, man. It was wonderful to be a wrestler back in those days.
That's great. Great story on Flair. And you're still buddies with Arn today, right? I see you guys doing
Oh
some shows
yeah,
together.
yeah. Still, yeah. And I've done the Super Stud cast with Arn, and yeah, Arn and I are real good friends.
Thank you for watching the Hannibal TV. Please help me out and like this video, then click the subscribe and get notifications buttons so you don't miss any of my latest shoot interviews, match videos, or news updates. Follow us on Facebook at The Hannibal TV for more live streams and videos. And while you're at it, follow us on Instagram and Twitter at The Hannibal TV.